When most people think of the internet, they think of Google, social media, and streaming services. But what if I told you that the internet you're familiar with is just the tip of the iceberg? Beneath the surface lies a vast, hidden network known as the dark web, an encrypted, secretive realm where anonymity reigns supreme. Stories about the dark web range from the disturbing to the downright unbelievable. We hear about hitmen for hire, black markets selling illegal goods, and even rumors of paranormal or secret government projects. But what's fact and what's fiction? Let's explore the darkest corners of the internet and uncover the truth about what really happens on the dark web. Number 1. What is the dark web? Before we dive into the mysteries and rumors, it's important to understand exactly what the dark web is. The internet, as you know it, is divided into 3 layers. The surface web, the websites you use every day like YouTube, Facebook, and Wikipedia. This is the part of the internet that's indexed by search engines. The deep web, these are parts of the internet not indexed by search engines but are perfectly legal and used regularly, like your email inbox or private databases. The dark web, a small part of the deep web, accessible only via special software like Tor, the onion router. This is where users can remain anonymous, and it's where most of the mysterious and illegal activities are said to take place. Now, the dark web isn't inherently illegal. There are forums, private communication channels, and even sites where political activists share information securely. But it's the criminal underbelly of this hidden network that has drawn so much attention. Number 2. The Silk Road and the rise of online black markets. Let's start with one of the most famous and notorious corners of the dark web, the Silk Road. In 2011, the Silk Road emerged as the Amazon of the dark web, but instead of books and electronics, it sold illegal drugs, weapons, and even counterfeit money. It was run by a man who went by the pseudonym Dread Pirate Roberts, later revealed to be Ross Ulbricht. He was eventually caught in 2013, but his arrest didn't put an end to dark web black markets. In fact, it only made way for more sophisticated and secretive platforms. Other marketplaces like Alphabet and Hansa quickly rose to prominence, with authorities constantly trying to shut them down. The cat-and-mouse game between law enforcement and dark web vendors continues to this day. What makes these marketplaces so terrifying is that they operate completely outside of any regulations. Transactions are done using cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, making them almost impossible to trace. The anonymity provided by the dark web means sellers and buyers can operate without ever revealing their real identities. But it gets darker. Some claim that these black markets go beyond drugs and weapons, delving into more disturbing activities that border on the horrific. Number 3. Disturbing rumors. The dark side of the dark web. While many of the activities on the dark web are criminal but understandable, drug trafficking, illegal arms sales, some rumors are much more sinister. Over the years, there have been countless stories about what you might find in the darkest corners of the dark web. Hitmen for hire. One of the most infamous legends of the dark web is the idea that you can hire a hitman to carry out assassinations for you. Websites allegedly exist where you can pay large sums of money in cryptocurrency to have someone taken out. But here's the twist. Most of these sites are likely scams, designed to prey on people's darkest intentions. Law enforcement agencies have confirmed that while these sites exist, most are fake. That said, the rumors still persist. Red rooms. Perhaps one of the most disturbing rumors is that of red rooms, supposedly live-streamed events where viewers can pay to watch people being tortured or even killed. These pay-per-view rooms supposedly charge in cryptocurrency, and participants can vote on what happens to the victims. However, despite these stories circulating for years, there's no verifiable proof that red rooms exist. Most experts believe it's just an urban legend born from our darkest fears about what happens in the shadows of the internet. Human trafficking and organ sales. Another terrifying possibility is the trafficking of humans and illegal organ sales. While there's no doubt that human trafficking rings do exist, how much of this actually occurs on the dark web is still up for debate. Many believe that these transactions happen on highly encrypted private networks, making it nearly impossible for authorities to track them down. But the rumors don't stop there. Some claim that there are secret government operations, paranormal experiments, and even discussions about alien technologies hidden in the far reaches of the dark web. It's impossible to know just how much truth there is to these claims, but the sheer volume of speculation keeps people wondering. Number 4. Law enforcement versus the dark web. Despite the dark web's reputation for being lawless, governments and law enforcement agencies around the world are working tirelessly to crack down on its illegal activities. In 2017, law enforcement pulled off a major victory with Operation Bayonet, where they took down Alphabet and Hansa, 2 of the largest black markets at the time. However, the anonymity of the dark web makes it an ever-moving target. As soon as one site goes down, another pops up. It's a never-ending cycle, and while while some arrests are made, the vast majority of users on the dark web remain untraceable. Interestingly, law enforcement agencies are also using the dark web to their advantage. They've been known to plant undercover agents on these sites, collecting information and setting up sting operations to take down major criminal networks. Number 5. The future of the dark web. Threat or tool? The dark web is not going away anytime soon. In fact, with growing concerns about online privacy and censorship, more people are turning to the dark web for legitimate reasons. Journalists, whistleblowers, and political activists use it to communicate safely without fear of being tracked by oppressive regimes. But the criminal side of the dark web remains a serious concern. As technology evolves, so too does the sophistication of these networks. Quantum computing and advancements in encryption could make the dark web even more difficult to regulate in the future, leaving governments and law enforcement struggling to keep up. On the other hand, as cybersecurity improves and governments increase their focus on digital policing, we may see a future where the most dangerous corners of the dark web are diminished, if not eradicated. So, what is the dark web? An online haven for criminals and black markets, or a misunderstood tool for those who need anonymity? The truth is, it's both. It's a place where people can hide from oppressive regimes and communicate freely, but it's also a breeding ground for illegal activities that are difficult to track. The mystery surrounding the dark web continues to fascinate and terrify, and the more we learn about it, the more questions we seem to have. One thing is clear: this hidden part of the internet isn't going anywhere. The only question is, what else might be hiding in the shadows? If you're fascinated by the mysteries of the internet and what goes on in the deepest corners of the web, make sure to subscribe. We've only scratched the surface of what's out there. Stay curious, stay safe, and remember, some things online are better left unexplored.